Oh, you added to it.
Because there's always a bit. Welcome to the Machine Room podcast, where even when I train, like I practice, okay, this is the intro. Okay, I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna do it like this. I produce it before it even goes live. But then when I go live, it never goes as I planned it. Ever.
Shit happens, yo.
So for some fucking reason, never does. But if you're here live with us, and if you're watching us on YouTube, you notice we have a new layout.
What more do you want from me?
That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted either.
Fatality.
God damn it. We have a new layout. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm gonna sound like those freaking radio shows where it's like dingo. No, there was this someone LP sent me this TikTok video where it was this guy it's us in the 90s when we were waiting for our favorite song to play so we could record it on tape.
I remember those days.
And the guy's just waiting and the radio's playing and it's just like, yeah, you're listening to Radio WGC whatever DJ, and then it's like, yeah, you rocking with the best, and it just keeps going. And then it's like audio from movies, and it just kept going and going and going, and he's there waiting to press play. And I was laughing. The longer it played out, the more I started laughing because it was still going.
That's hilarious.
That's times that people don't know about today. Like everybody got it good. We actually had to listen to the radio and wait for our favorite song to play.
I remember after Turtles in Time came out and that jungle song was on there. I don't remember the actual name of it. I just always called it the jungle song.
It's not the oh.
Yeah, that one.
Isn't that like the Tarzan song though or something? Or is it really called the jungle song? You
Anyway,
know, a wrestler comes out to that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I used to call the radio station and ask them to play the jungle song, and they knew what I was talking about. And then they would. I'd have to wait forever, but they would eventually play it.
They'll get right to it. This is for that one caller. Once again, the jungle song.
That's my jam.
Yeah, it was. I would remember waiting and waiting. My favorite time period here was around 5 to 6. In that hour, they'll have just some DJ and they're just mixing all the songs together. And it was like the best. Commercial free, which was why it was best. So it was commercial free fucking hour with just a whole DJ going hard and playing all your songs together. And those were the best times every single day.
We had a radio station in Texas. They would do what they called mandatory Metallica every night at like 9 o'clock.
By law.
For an hour, they would play nothing but old Metallica.
Holy shit, did they have the rights from Lars in them?
I guess. They did it for years.
They had to.
I think they still do it. I don't know.
Oh shit, Texas. Anybody from Texas listening? Do you guys still got mandatory Metallica?
It's a must-have.
What other bands start with M?
Meshuggah.
Meshuggah? Mandatory Marilyn Manson?
Yes.
Hey! Cats are fighting.
That's fine. I keep getting dogs that are walking under my legs under the desk.
You walked away and eventually all I heard was the dog going, rah, rah, rah. And I'm like, yo, is she good? Is she getting jumped or something? And the dogs are reacting? Because I started worrying.
No, I thought I was just moving my car, but I ended up getting in an altercation with my roommate.
Yeah, because that's the last thing I heard. Hold on, this guy want to talk to me. And then I heard the dogs going off, and I was like, oh, shit. Shit just got real over there. I was expecting to hear like, you piece of shit, motherfucker, or something in the background.
Oh, no, we were outside.
Oh, we're on. Well, next time put it in the room so I can hear everything.
Oh yeah.
just, just be awkward. Yeah, fuck you. Then you come back. So what's up? And I'm like, yeah, what's up? Not that I heard you guys arguing or anything. These guys
But
go
what
hard
about
over
that
there.
Bob's Burgers movie though?
So I watched it earlier. Um, I just want to point out that I don't watch the series like crazy religiously. I've been wanting to like from beginning to now and all that shit. I feel like if especially if you watch the series, you'll get more of everything that's going on in there
Yeah.
and people. I know enough. I know some things. I was still laughing like crazy. But what happened?
Nothing?
No, I was finding out over here. But I totally dug it and I liked it. And what I was amazed by, I mean, I shouldn't have been amazed. It is a freaking animated movie, but they actually had music, you know, and they got down and shit.
Yeah.
I was like, oh snap, that's cool. And I like the
They do that
animation.
on the show too.
They do, but not to that kind of level, you know. I thought
There's a couple episodes that are almost all musicals.
they just bust out singing and dancing. I don't remember any
Yeah.
that I've seen. I know the son. He'll freaking get down with his
Oh no,
creative
they do music a lot on that show.
creative shit.
Which I love, and like we've talked about this before in the show before that I don't like musicals,
You don't. Something wrong with you.
but Bob's Burgers is the shit. Like that's my jam. Like if I'm going through the TV guide and I'm trying to find something to watch and Bob's Burgers is on, it's almost like fuck everything else. Like you have to have a really high priority, like a movie on like Stars or something or HBO
Mm-hmm.
to make me not want to watch Bob's Burgers.
You know, it's always it's shit. What's the words I'm looking for? It's strange to me when you're all like, "Hey, you know what's on TV?" And I'm like, "That's rare because you don't hear that anymore because everybody just streams, you know."
Right.
So you always like they're playing this on Stars, and I'm like, "Well, you can watch it anytime." But Stars, I could understand, but when you go like they're playing something on TV like TNT, and I was like, "There's commercials."
Yeah, like they played the original 3 Star Wars the other day. And it's like it makes you feel kind of special because you know somebody else in the country is watching it too, so it kind of feels like this live thing that you're enjoying with other people even though you can't see them.
You don't
So
know, and
that's why I
then
like to watch TV, like or movies on TV especially, because
uh
it has this live factor with it. It's not just like if you're streaming something, it feels like you're the only one watching that at that moment in time.
okay. So here's what who are you looking for? Oh, there's something on her nose. I think that's just her. No, she got it off. She got it off. Sorry, the cat's over here fighting, and we're
Fucking cats.
checking on the one that they keep bothering. Poor little girl.
But look at that new format though.
I know, right? Looks nice. Big ups to Rachel for the new layout.
Thank you, thank you.
New layout. I like it. I like it. Something different. Something different.
And it's before anybody asks, it is based off of Metal Gear Solid.
That's right.
That's where the idea came from. The other format that we'd been using for years now was based off of a versus game screen. And so, keeping with the fashion of games, we went with Metal Gear Solid.
It was off of Versus theme. We just didn't put the V in the middle.
No, I thought about it, but it took up too much room.
But the thing, if it was a V in the middle, then we just had to go at it all the time.
I know.
You know?
Be like, what was that show? I think it used to come on like C-SPAN, Crossfire.
Oh, was that the one with? No, that wasn't the one where the guy was just always standing and fucking screaming at the TV, was he?
No.
That was some other guy.
Crossfire was like a table full of old dudes that just argue.
It's always a table full of old dudes.
It's
Only
old white dudes.
the only Crossfire I know is the damn board game or whatever that shit when in the 90s. Yeah,
Crossfire.
you get caught in the. I swear to God,
Crossfire.
if those guys went on tour, I would have saw them just to perform that song.
Hell yes. And
Fucking rocked out.
that commercial always made me want a leather jacket. Because everybody had leather jackets on in that commercial.
leather jacket was cool in the 90s. I don't want to say just in the 90s because you think back to like the
It's
Fonz
always
and
cool.
it's
Yeah,
always
look
cool.
at the greasers back in the 50s and
Mhm.
60s.
Mm-hmm. Look at them.
Yep.
Look at the group John Travolta.
I hate that movie.
How can you hate Grease? Oh well, you don't like musicals, so
Yeah, I don't like musicals.
that just makes no damn sense.
It's so corny.
Make no
There's,
damn.
like I said, there's some that I like. I like Ferngully. I like Rocky Horror. I like Hedwig.
Okay, Rocky Horror is a musical. Ferngully is just an animated movie. They all have music in it. It's just
Yeah, they're.
I don't consider
can
those like musicals.
I do because they have a lot of songs in them,
It was animated movies.
especially Ferngully.
I like if you take that and then you make it live action, then I consider it a musical. It's just I don't know. That's me.
Oh, that sounds racist to musical.
No. It's just because it's just the formula in the animated movie is just okay. You got to put a song and dance in there, and it's just part of it, you know. But if it just feels like in that world that's normal. In a live
Now-
action, when people bust out in just a music, it's not normal. It's different.
No way. If it is music and song and dancing, it's a musical. I don't care if it's a cartoon or live action. That's what fucked me up about a Goofy movie, because I didn't remember songs and dancing in that at all. I just remembered like story plots, and then when
What? No, now we're
Disney
having a
Plus came
versus.
out-
Now we're having a versus here because the thing that people remember from a Goofy movie is the songs.
I didn't remember that shit at all. I
It was
just
all
remember
songs.
I remember there was a road trip with him and his dad, and they go to see Powerline. That was like all I remembered of that movie.
That's all you. You and then the other 99% of people remember if we listen to each other. Power line. That's what
Yes.
Goofy movie is all power line. That's all it is. That's basically the reason why it is a freaking fan favorite.
Yeah, but like at the beginning, they have like a song and dance at the high school.
You gotta show, yeah, that is the shit right there. For Rachel, you gotta give her the unmusical edit. So you just give
Of
them give you the movies, just taking out all the music.
That's fine.
I was like, damn, that was a 30-minute movie. Yeah, I know, right?
Gas movie.
I
Do
got quick.
Ferngully and take all the songs out.
Wasn't Ferngully the one where Tim Curry had that one song and everybody loves it?
Yes. That's my favorite. Oh my god. And it's such a good song that I've played it like by itself on YouTube, because the version they play on the movie is edited. It's like a shorter version
Does he
for
curse?
the movie, and the actual version is like really sexual.
Oh shit! Well, Tim Curry, he don't go any less than that.
No,
He makes
Tim Curry's
sure-
a god.
He makes sure you want to take off your pants. He makes sure that you listen to his music with anticipation.
Patient. That's my shit.
You ever seen him and Freakazoid, and they really have fun with his freaking voice? It was like, Oranguman.
Yes, I have that episode on my computer.
He's like,
Get out. Oh my god.
something has to tinkle.
Sparkles.
There you go. Sparkles has to tinkle. When he's laughing, they call me mad. Who's mad now? Huh? Just go hard. I could do the Tim Curry laugh. Wait, hold on. something like that. I'm close.
It's not bad.
I'm close. I'm close. Shout out to Sexy for being the only chatter in here right now.
Right.
The Machine Room
right now.
Podcast. There should be more people. This is an anniversary. Hey, everybody, it's 3-year anniversary.
All
3
the sound
years.
effects.
Yeah, yeah. Hell yeah. All... All the sound effects.
Or
3
breath I yell at
years.
the end.
3 years of
3 years
doing
to
this.
the day.
To the day when we started this shit of on and off with all hiatuses too. 3 years. You don't give a fuck, man.
How
Ain't
many?
nobody-
I think we've had more hiatus than we have episodes.
Yeah. That's fuck. It's not like anybody's paying us. We don't give a fuck. We're doing whatever.
I don't give a.
We don't give a fuck.
That's a good question though. That just came to mind. If
Is
we
somebody
were
paying us?
offered, yeah, would you do this show full time if somebody paid us?
It's an incentive. It's a motivation right there. Yeah, sure.
Where
Like-
we'd have to sell ads and shit.
Yeah, man. I'll sell anything. I don't give a shit. Is your ass feeling itchy? Well, try Derek's ass cream. That's right.
Yeah.
You know, when my ass feel it's funny because I know damn well all these people don't use these products, but they gotta act like they use these products.
They
So
do.
you know, sometimes when I feel like my dick doesn't get big enough, I also have to take this one pill because I need to please my significant other. You know, you just go with it. I love to hear comedian podcasts, and when
Like
they
Joe
do it,
Rogan.
yeah,
Yes.
like, because they just joke about it. Like Always Sunny, they joke about it. Conan would joke about it.
Mm.
You know, they joke when it comes to their ads, and that's cool. Or the newest podcast I listen to is Dudesy, which is Will Sasso and his friend Chad. I forgot his last name, and that one is freaking hilarious. But that one's kind of creative because that one apparently, from what they say, I mean, I'm still trying to figure out like how are they doing this? It's entirely run by an AI. Everything.
Oh shit.
Yeah, their intro, their topics, the thing, and every week the AI learns more and more, and then has them gives the topic and segments for the next week, and even will surprisingly give them guests like out of nowhere. They had the first guest out of nowhere from the AI was Neil Tyson deGrasse, whatever. What's his name again?
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah, Neil deGrasse Tyson. They were like, "Yo, what the hell?" And it's great. But the thing that I love the most is Will Sasso's great with impersonations. You know.
Yeah.
So the the thing will have him do ads as Hulk Hogan, and reading a journal as Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Nice.
And those two are like the most frequent ones, and they're freaking hilarious. But yeah,
That's funny.
that's currently what that and us. Is it kind of looking like crazy to just listen to your own podcast?
I listen to it as like to make sure we're doing a good job, make sure the audio sounds good. One thing I noticed that I want to fix the thing that I do is that I clear my throat without like muting the mic. So I really want to fix that, right? I don't clear my throat on the mic.
Yeah, I notice I'll cough or sneeze while still on the mic. I shouldn't do that either. You remind me that it was a comedy. There was one TikTok video where the guy's like, he's a DJ and he's like, all right, I got this button right here, you know, just in case, and it says something like edit button or something. It was some button just so it could mute so when he coughs, right? And then there's other guy like basically Stitch, which means you just put your video added to that, and he's like, you know what I do? I just press the mute button. Hey. Like, why are you trying to make it all freaking like, you know, more than it is? It's just a mute, dog. You just mute yourself.
When we first started doing that, I was like almost afraid to listen to it because I don't like the sound of my own voice.
Well, I think our listeners will disagree with you.
So it took me a long time to like warm up to that, to where I could be like, okay, that's me. That's just how I sound. I need to listen to this so we can get better. And we're always trying to improve, like the new layout.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't want to cough or sneeze or clear our throat.
I don't give a shit.
We don't
No,
want
I'm
any
just kidding.
echo. Shit like that. But yeah, it was weird for me to hear my own voice.
I love my voice.
I know you do. You've had
I
like
just,
19 podcasts.
I just, and I keep on moving. This is the only longest running podcast I'm still doing.
That's what's up.
It's the only one. I think it's because you're there. If you weren't, and I wouldn't give a shit. I would have just moved on to the next one. The wrestling podcast I started that continued and then stopped. My own has stopped because I got basically kind of bored. Just well, I haven't been streaming much. I started doing it when I was streaming. I want to do a podcast with LP, and that's why I got this freaking device for it. But then it fucked up on the first night we tried it, and when I tried to ship it to get replaced, I think it got lost somewhere. So that was a waste.
Oh wow.
And yeah, so there you have it.
I think our staying power is our rapport, and like we have a good connection where we can talk about nothing for fucking an hour.
Which
more.
seem much more easier when we're not on camera.
When what?
When we're not on camera.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Like I feel like no pressure. I don't know if you ever noticed this, but like I'd get kind of like bashful and kind of stutter on camera because I'm like, you're doing double duty. You're doing voice work and you're on camera, so you have to look presentable and you have to figure what to do with your hands, shit like that. But when it's just voice, you can do whatever you want. Like right now, I'm petting a dog.
Like Talladega Nights. I don't know what to do with my hands. He just kept bringing it up into the camera.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
It's true. You get it's more looser here, and also I don't got all these bright lights in my face. Which right now I do have bright lights on right now, but that's because they're dealing with something. I don't know what happened. I think this one cat probably fucking released herself on our bed, maybe.
Oh, gross.
I don't know. But it was getting in a fight with one of the other cats. I don't know what's going on. But yeah. I wish I could do Arnold, man. That's the thing. Like, we'll start to be doing these impersonations. It's like, man, I wish I could do impersonation. I don't, I know you. I mean, you give me like good compliments on my Christopher Walken. I don't think it's the best, but if it's,
it's not the best. It's not like Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
He can do it like almost perfect, but
where is he now?
I can see Christopher Walken in my mind.
As long as it's kind of there. Kind of there. I wish I could do Macho Man because people say I look like Macho Man at work with the fucking shades and the big ass beard.
Yeah, you do.
If I could be up there, I'd be like, ooh, yeah. Oh, no, let me... You know who does a great freaking... Jerry Martinez, right? Damn.
Yeah. I was talking to him earlier.
Yeah. So Jared, man, perfect, like spot on Macho Man Randy Savage. I love it so much.
Wow.
Man. He does it and it cracks me up. I love it so much.
Isn't he the one that did it on the wrestling podcast?
Yeah. He pulled it off one time.
Yeah, I remember that.
So great, man. So great. Let's get him on here just to do it. Just fuck it.
I ain't scared.
Let's get Macho Man back. Ooh, yeah. Dig it. I can't do it.
I can't do it.
Dig it. Ooh,
I like the kid on Twitter that was doing the Hulk Hogan to Hulk Hogan.
Oh, the little kid. Yeah.
That was great.
Hogan should have let him do the immortal leg drop and pin him. If I was him,
tell you something, brother.
Let me tell you, he tried to, and he interrupted the little kid. I was a little bit like, yo, Hogan, let him talk. But then the little kid came back at him, and he was like, Let me tell you something, dude. You piece of shit. And I was like, damn. No, he's kidding. He didn't say that, but that would have been great.
That
Little
kid was
Hogan,
a
dude.
boss.
That's great stuff. I was a wrestler. I don't like that shit. I like motherfuckers come up to me and start doing me. Whoa, that sounded bad. Rewind. If I was a wrestler.
Rewind.
If I was a wrestler. But yeah, 3 years doing this. It doesn't even feel like that long. It all feels short. Probably the
How so?
hiatus. Probably the hiatuses, like especially like only 89 episodes. I think other podcasters that they were 3 years in the game. I don't think they have like 89 episodes only.
We gotta look at like other people. They don't do weekly shows with like 2-month hiatus.
It's true. I listened to one, and it's cool because you don't need to. We don't need to be weekly and stuff like that. I listened to one podcast, and this one is history of the '90s.
Nice.
Very well done. Like she does great work, or her and her team, but it's just one person I'm always hearing, with interviews and all this stuff, and really, take me back. But they don't always drop it, especially if you're doing something like that. So it's mostly like it's like a podcast documentary, because they're
Mm-hmm.
touching upon each topic, and then there's a whole podcast on it. Very well done. So yeah, that one's not weekly. That one's not weekly
Okay.
at all. That one actually is like, okay, we're gonna work on this nesting. It's being endorsed by like Patreon and suggestions by those people, and then they'll work on something like that. The most recent stuff was on A Living Color and black sitcoms in the 90s,
Okay.
But
Like
that was
Living Single.
yeah, like exactly, Living Single. Like Living Single, which I found, okay, we all know Living Single was first in Friends.
Right.
And it was what I didn't know was that it was a year before Friends. What I really didn't know is that Living Singles and Friends are both WB products, both made by the same people.
I did not know that.
Exactly. And that when Friends came out, they put all their attention and advertisement on Friends, leaving Living Singles a little bit more behind. Do you see the
'Cause they're
bullshittery?
black.
Exactly.
Everything is racist in this motherfucker.
Exactly. So that's why a lot of people, especially now, knowing that kind of information, a lot of people are like, yeah, there was an all black Friends. It was Living Singles, and you guys basically fucking took it and, made it your own.
Ruined it until they got canceled.
Oh, it kept going on, and that was something that they touched upon. It's like it was during this time period when they just like, especially Fox, they were just trying to be different and trying to grab the urban market and whatnot. And what better way than to have this more urban black sitcoms and shows, And that even a Living Color was very raunchy for his time, and the Fox execs were kind of worried about that show and didn't like some things, and even tried to sway the show to not succeed in a way, because at one point they moved it from where it debuted to another day, and that didn't do anything because people just followed it, so they just threw it back to the same day that they had it, which was on Sunday, I believe.
They had it, I think, during the week at one point, because I remember watching it before I went to bed to go to school the next day. And then one day it was gone, so I think they moved it back.
And they did all that just to gain some momentum, and once they got the momentum, they switched over to whatever was hip then. The same thing for UPN, because after all that happened, then UPN, and they had all these shows, but then they kind of swerved away from that when other kind of shows were being successful, like Buffy and whatnot, and then they got bought out by the WB or something like that. They merged to the CW, and then they just became, the focus of that. But yeah, it was that time period they were talking about, how like the black sitcom came in, and these shows wanted to be like Cosby and whatnot, and many survived, many didn't, but they all were just for that time period that there was no longevity. People will last like at least 5 years at the most.
You know, one that I used to watch a lot was A Different World.
Which is the only thing you could see now because Cosby fucked up his own show.
Yeah,
So, Different World is the only thing you could see now.
that was good. I liked that show.
Yeah.
I didn't like grow up with racism around me. I mean, I did, but I was like ignorant to it. I didn't know what it was. So like I didn't think it was wrong to watch shows like that or that it was any different than watching the white counterpart, to shows like that.
Yeah, you don't think about it. I didn't think about back
Yeah, I
then
didn't think about it.
watching the Fresh Prince or Martin or Living
Mm-hmm.
Color,
Oh,
anything
I
that was
loved
like,
Martin.
yeah, anything that was like that. I was thinking like, oh, this is a black show and stuff like that. Like, no,
No.
the moment I realized like, oh, these are just black shows was when UPN was doing it because it was really being crammed in your face. I think,
Yeah.
you know.
Whenever we got access to UPN or when it came out, or I don't know how the story about that, but it was like every show that they had was like a black show.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, okay, like I obviously noticed a difference here because they're playing all these kind of shows and excluding these other ones
Mm-hmm.
that are on other networks. But I still watched them.
Yeah, because the other networks they had it mixed in with everything else, you know.
Yeah.
So Martin was just mixed in with all the other Fox shows, and you had like I think WGN, which is here, is where the Wayne brothers was at, also with Jamie Foxx,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I'm trying to remember other shows.
Jamie Foxx had his own show for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, you didn't think about it. So UPN really like, and then I remember Mad TV. Was it Mad TV that made fun of it? It was like UPN stand for unemployed. Yeah, I'm not gonna say the word, but yeah,
Alrighty then.
and that was funny. I think it was Mad TV.
Here's a list on IMDb called Best Black Sitcoms of the 90s.
Martin, number one.
Nope, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Martin is number 2.
I guess it depends. Like, okay, I love the Fresh Prince. I watched it back then, but do I
Mm-hmm.
choose it over Martin? No. I think Martin was the way superior show. Me personally, I think Martin was the way superior.
Martin made me laugh more
Yeah.
than Fresh Prince.
Yeah, Martin was the shit.
What was the guy that lived up above him that used to come down on the window?
Bruh man.
Bro, man, yes. That was my shit. That dude cracked me up so hard.
What were you doing? None. Just chilling. Make me a sandwich. And I'm like, you know what, bruh man? I feel you, man. I sometimes I just feel like making a sandwich too.
Remember the episode where they got snowed in and they were starving because they couldn't leave? And all they had was the moldy bread, and Broman came in through the window and stole the bread. And they're like, "Why are you taking it? It's moldy. He goes, you can just scrape it off." And laughed. And they're like, "Fuck."
Bruh man knows. It was a significant, significant to our culture then, especially with the Living Color. Living Color was
That was my
fantastic.
shit. I made an effort to watch A Living Color as like every episode.
It's a necessity. I wish it could be like somewhere streaming, but it's not. And
Mm-hmm.
I think I think I think a major part of that is probably that they're afraid to have it streaming because it's dated, you know.
Yeah.
So maybe the sketches and whatnot will be like, yeah, this is not gonna work out during this time. But I would love to, like, if I could get them all on DVD, I would.
They're afraid of the stupid ass cancel culture.
They are holding us
That's
back.
they've they've made everybody gripped in fear of anything risque. They're like, oh, it's not PC. Oh, it's not of this time.
You know,
Who
and
gives a shit? It's funny.
how am I supposed to make references to something and then well you could I mean people could go on YouTube and try to find it, but I still the references to like the blues player. He was you know
Yes.
wrote a song
Wrote a
about it.
song about it. Like, the he had go.
And then woke up today. Then find my girl next to me. Thank you very much.
Oh my god, I used to do that all the time, and so many people didn't know what it was or where it came from. I was like, y'all motherfuckers need to get cultured.
I know, right? How do you not know any of this stuff, man? Not
That
know that.
the two movie critics, the gay movie critics, the two snaps and a wipe your mouth.
Yes, the Men on Films. Men on
Oh,
Films, which the
yes, Men on Film.
which the podcast was like that was like that wouldn't work today in this age. And I'm like, it's not that far off, man. Like I don't think anybody would be very much offended by that.
If anything,
No.
they'd find it funny.
That was hilarious. To them, I think to them the best movie would be like whoever was hottest or some shit like that all the time.
Yeah.
It was funny. But they went through a lot of stuff and it turned out that the show ended up being canceled and whatnot because Keenan just left it because he felt like he didn't have control anymore.
Really?
Yeah, like Fox gave him a lot of obstacles and whatnot and some stress and shit like that. But apparently Keenan was tough too on writers. Like if it wasn't good and he'll give you the boot and whatnot. But
yeah, it says right here on IMDb, it says Keenan Ivory Wayans left the show in the middle of the fourth season over disputes with Fox about the censoring of the show's content and rerunning early episodes without his consultation.
Yeah. And because I don't think they reached 100 yet. And when you reach 100, that's when you get syndication. So he felt that when they were rerunning earlier episodes, they were trying to bullshit him and everybody else out of syndicated money.
That's fucked up.
And then it just lasted another season until it finally got off.
That's almost as bad as Netflix fucking up fucking Cowboy Bebop.
Dude, I swear to God, if this Resident Evil show gets a second season, then I call bullshit because so far I haven't seen look, I'm giving it the treatment that people gave Cowboy Bebop. I haven't watched it. I've just seen clips and I'm already like, the fuck is this? You know? But I want to give it the time of day though. I actually want to see whatever. I'm not a big like Resident Evil aficionado or fan, but I know enough, you know? That's why I asked someone like Danny, like, hey, you're a big Resident Evil fan.
Right.
You see the show, what are your thoughts? And he said it's not great, but it has this concept and blah blah blah, whatever it was. So I'm willing to give it the time of day. However, if this show gets a second season, then I call bullshit because Cowboy Bebop should have got the same treatment. I still don't get it, you know? And there's still love there. Did I tell you that Bebop got nominated for an Emmy?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Cause on Netflix, there's one it just happened once. I don't even know how you could get to it now. But you'll sign on and then it'll be like, here's the Emmy nominated list of Netflix shows and movies. And then I looked through it and I saw Cowboy Bebop. I was like, Cowboy Bebop. And then I looked through the Emmy nominations and I'm scrolling. It got one for its intro. That's it.
Oh my god. Yeah, I did see that actually.
Yeah. But I'm like, hey, it's something, right? Can you deny a show that say wins? I doubt it. It should. Say wins.
I'll take any win we can get. Like with this Suicide Squad, it won like best costumes or something. I'm like, I don't see no Marvel costumes winning.
No, I think that happened until Black Panther, right?
Yeah.
I think Black Panther was like going down. Black Panther. Have you seen the trailer for Wakanda Forever?
I have not.
Yes, it is out there. It's emotional because our Wakanda king isn't around. But it looks really good. It looks like it's definitely gonna be like a tribute to him,
That's
What
good.
what they're gonna do, I don't know. Who's gonna be the new Black Panther? I don't know. Speculations are the sister because that's what happens in the comic book. It's bittersweet because you wanted to see him continue, Like,
Oh
and
yeah, he was so good at it too.
yeah, he went too soon. Um, I know
My only
someone.
beef with the first movie was they drank grape soda to power up or to get stronger. It wasn't really grape soda, but it looked like it, and it cracked me up.
Man, this is when I wish I had the Looney Tune sound. God damn it! Why I take that out? Oh, for copyright. That's why I took it out. God, I never thought of it that way, and thank you for ruining it. You know what? I ain't even gonna hate. I love grape soda.
I love it too. I especially love orange soda, but it cracked me up for the majority of the cast is African American and they're drinking grape soda.
And one token white dude.
Yes. You need and he's British. It
He's
wasn't just
very
a white
token.
dude, he was a British. You can't get more white than a British dude.
A very token white dude. It looks good. The new one looks good. And questions on who's gonna be the thing. And then I hear like not even people, just one person talk about like, oh, how can it do this when there's a multiverse? They could have just got someone else. But first of all, you can't get no other. There's no other Chadwick.
Yeah.
So no, and you don't know what they're gonna do. And yes, there is a multiverse. That's the whole thing now. This is called the multiverse saga, and they said everything that's gonna happen. All the movies for Phase 5 is out there, and then Phase 6 starts with the Fantastic Four. They finally confirmed that,
Sweet.
and then the saga ends with two Avenger movie, Avengers: The Kang Dynasty, and then Avengers: The Secret War.
Yeah, I saw that. The Comic-Con news. I saw that on there. Like some social media thing. They have pictures.
Everywhere. Fucking
Yeah,
everywhere. The biggest thing to me was, and a lot of people, but I love it, is that our Daredevil comes back and it's gonna have 18 episodes.
Yes.
Which at first I was like, why you all like really getting excited about 18 episodes? That seems like about legit. But then I remember that these Disney Plus series are just like 6 episodes. So everybody's excited about 18 full episodes. How long were they in Netflix? Just 13, wasn't it?
I thought it was like 12.
Yeah, 12 or 13 around there. So yeah, I guess 18 episodes is good. I'm really excited. And also that he's gonna show up in She-Hulk apparently, according to
really?
Yeah, according to the trailer, it ended with an image of Daredevil popping in with an iconic Daredevil suit, matter of fact.
That was my biggest beef in the Netflix Daredevil was the suit. It was like black and red and it looked like canvas, like an old backpack, and I was like, why don't they have a suit more like the Ben Affleck one? Because that suit was perfect.
I was watching that last night.
You would.
I was watching that last night. I was just driving home from work. I was there all fucking day. I'm driving home. I was listening to some old songs because of there was a whole bunch of this O'Hare security around the plane. There was a lot of flashing lights, and I was just thinking about Kanye's all of the lighting. So when I put that in my Spotify, I just went to like this radio of it, right? And started playing other songs. And then it played one from the Nerds, the Dirty Dog.
That's my jam.
And I just thought it directly just made me think of
Kingpin.
Daredevil and the Kingpin. I'm like, I'm gonna watch Daredevil when I get home.
Hell yeah.
Exactly what I did.
The director's cut.
Hell yeah. If it don't have Coolio, it's not the movie, yo.
It's gotta have Coolio.
It's gotta have Coolio. Mhm. I told that to everybody.
It's
Doesn't
true.
if it doesn't have
People shit
Coolio,
on that movie. I'm like, watch the director's cut and you'll be fucking thanking me.
you can't shit on that movie. That movie has so many iconic images from the comics,
It
and
does.
with the Coolio subplot story, it actually makes fucking sense in the whole damn story.
Yeah, the whole movie makes so much more sense with all the deleted scenes added to it.
Yeah. And then the music, the soundtrack, everything. Come on, man. It's good. That's why I'm hoping. That's why I tweeted. I was like, can we get Ben Affleck's Matt Murdock to meet Charlie Cox's Matt Murdock?
Yes.
Come on,
Since,
multiverses?
yeah, since we're doing multiverse shit, let's do a double D team up here.
Hell yeah. You know? Apparently, Ben Affleck's not going to do much. Though I found out today that it seems to be confirmed that he's going to be in Aquaman 2 as Batman.
They say that, but I think it's bullshit.
You
Because
think
from
so?
what I was told, Aquaman was done filming months ago.
Aquaman.
Are they just gonna go back and add shit now because of Amber Heard?
I don't know. I'm just mad that it's clear the people love the Snyder cut. It's clear that's the direction they should go, but they just keep saying no. That's not what we're gonna focus on anymore.
Yeah, and like the thing on like Twitter was everybody was saying that Henry Cavill was supposed to be at Comic-Con for a big reveal about something, and it never happened, and he wasn't even there.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody was like, it's hard to say what's like lies and bullshit and speculation and what's really going to happen. And so to me, I'm just like, I'll believe it when I see it.
And we're getting all these movies, and they're apparently connected, but then it doesn't feel so connected. Shazam 2 looks great. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for that. They still mentioning everybody in the Justice League, like, you know, it's legit. Oh, this kitty wants to get up here. If you could get up here, you could get up here. I'm not gonna bring you. Oh, you just ran away. You gave up. Fuck it.
That and Black Adam looks amazing.
Black Adam does look good. So I mean, I would take everything. I just really, you know, would want them to have a cohesive kind of thing. I guess I'm spoiled by Marvel because everything is so planned out and cohesive and together. That
well, DC's was like that too. They have this really great plan. At least the what do you call it? The group of movies all together. It's not an act.
Mm-hmm.
What do you call it? Anyway,
The chapters.
chapters, I guess. Yeah.
I don't know.
They have those planned out for at least like 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
For DC movies, and then when they pissed off or fired Zack Snyder, it was just like this huge halt. And if you watch like Birds of Prey or the new Suicide Squad, they're still kind of living within that Zack Snyder verse.
Yep.
So it would just make sense if they just kept it going.
I guess they still want people to connect it to Josh Whedon's Justice League, but I don't acknowledge that.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I won't even watch it.
Yeah. I don't acknowledge that one
reading
anymore.
all the bullshit that everybody went through with him and how awful of a movie he made and the whole mustache thing, it's like unwatchable.
Yeah. I don't know.
But the Snyder cut though, that version is amazing.
4 hours of greatness.
And Batman says fuck. I will fucking kill you.
And I will fucking kill you. Oh shit.
I was like, whoa, that's the best thing Batman's ever done ever.
Oh shit. And we don't know what the hell's gonna go on with this Flash movie.
No, I think they're gonna scrap it, honestly.
What? They can't do that. It's made. That'll piss me off even more because it's like, you guys already made it. Just let me see it. You know, I don't give a fuck. Just don't have him be the Flash anymore. Do something where...
Oh, that's already confirmed.
Yeah, it's comic books, man. You could do anything. You know what? You take a page from Doctor Who. Just change the actor and put some story to it. What else can
Every
you do? The Flash show, right? Eobon Thawne is played by spoiler alert, motherfuckers, if you guys haven't seen this, is it takes the face of Harrison Wells,
Yep.
and he's basically fucking Harrison Wells throughout the whole series. You'll see some Eobon Thawne, the OG face, but the Reverse Flash is more that guy's face than Eobon. Well, it's actually both, because if you watch Legends of Tomorrow, they'll use Eobon Thawne's actual face.
Mm-hmm.
It's all over the place. But you see what I'm getting at, right? It's comic books. You can do whatever.
Everybody wants the guy from the TV show to be the Flash anyway, and he's so good at it. And we've talked about it before. Like, just replace him.
There you go. Yeah. Say that he ran so fast that he just turned into that guy. And then next thing you know, you change the music and you put it to the TV show. I finished the 8th season. It was actually good.
I heard it's great.
Yeah, it was actually really good. It had a crazy, like, what the fuck moment that, was kind of spoiled for me, but I didn't see the clip entirely online. And when I was like, all right, I'm going to watch this season. I'm going to see this part. And this part, when it happened, it was like, yo, what the fuck? It was pretty crazy. But it was definitely a better season than the one before, because the pandemic really affected that shit. And it was some stupid story about some mirror world and Iris always getting into some shit, and fucking he always gotta save her ass and whatever, but she's his lightning rod and blah blah blah. It was boring.
All that bullshit.
Yeah, it was a boring fucking villain and story that got affected by the pandemic, so they cut it in the middle. Like, you could tell it was like a season that just got cut in the middle. And then they had to separate it into 2 seasons. So the season 7, when it came back, it continued that story. It finished it off, and then it got to the real good shit.
That's what they did with season 5 of Breaking Bad. They split it into 2 seasons.
What affected that?
Nothing, really.
Nothing. They just decided to do it. It's not like Heroes, where the second season got affected.
Just to be more dramatic, I guess, because like all the good shit happens in the last part of season 5 anyway. So they made that like a season 6. If you watch it on TV or Netflix or something, it's all season 5.
Oh, I probably remember that from back then, because I didn't watch it, but I saw everybody online talking about it and blah blah.
Of course.
I didn't watch Breaking Bad until I met my fiance, and she was like, "You never seen it? You're gonna watch it." And then me, to get cool points, I'm like, "All right, I'll watch this," and I liked it. Will I watch it again? No. But yeah, no, it was really good shit. It was really good.
They had it on a couple weekends ago. They were doing a marathon. They played it from start to finish.
I think I know why.
Ending on Better Call Saul season 6. Whatever season they're on. Apparently, I was on 4. And 5 was... Yeah, so they're on 6.
Like, the next episode or so is gonna finally tie into Breaking Bad?
I think they already did. If not, it's gonna be the new episode.
Yeah, I think that's what it was, because I saw something today. It was like, the next episode is called Breaking Bad, so it must be tied up and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, then, I'll watch that episode. I haven't watched fucking... Then I want to see that guy back in Nobody, right? Was it Nobody?
Yeah, it's Nobody. I love that movie.
Speaking of crazy action-packed, dope fucking action movies, and big ups to King Ideas, who subscribed to us.
Oh shit, thank you.
Thank you for the subscription. We got nothing for you right now, but thank you for the subscription.
You have my gratitude and my bow and arrow. How about that?
There you go. His bow and arrow. And you have my axe.
Yeah.
I look like a guy who will wield an axe. I'm a little dwarf.
Yeah.
A little dwarf.
With the beard.
Yes.
That's what's up.
What was I gonna get to? Oh, check out The Gray Man on Netflix. Dope.
I've been hearing good things about that, and it has what's his name that I like from Driver?
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, Ryan Gosling. He was in the sequel to Blade Runner. I really
Mm-hmm.
like that.
It's it's good. It's long, but it's
Is
good as
it?
fuck. Yeah, it's long,
Okay.
but it's good
I'll
as
watch it
fuck.
this weekend.
It's good as fuck. It's action packed. It's funny. Chris Evans is a fucking asshole. He's the villain in this movie, and he plays him like I really hate him in the movie, But I do love him too
Really?
because he's funny. It's dope. It's action packed, and I'm kind of happy to hear that they want to continue with a sequel and maybe a spin off. So
I read about that.
they're making bangers, and keep them coming, keep them coming.
To jump back a couple topics ago, did you see the new Resident Evil movie, Return to Raccoon City, or whatever it's called?
I have not. Isn't that on Netflix right now?
I think so. I watched it somewhere.
Because I could have swore I saw that it was being announced for Netflix, and I was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna watch that this weekend. But when the weekend happened, it was just a TV series. I was like, all right, but where's the movie at? It's either there or HBO or something like that. I want to see the live action movie. That I do want to see. The series, I'm like, I'll get to it one day. But yeah, I want to see the live action movie because I actually heard like some good things about it. Like, okay, they changed some shit, but it's actually like more legit than the previous,
Yeah.
Mila
Welcome to
Jovovich.
Raccoon City. That's what
Yeah,
it's called. And it's on. It's on Star. I watched it on Stars.
of course you did.
So it was on TV. But no, like if I'm a fan of the first game, I loved the first game and the storyline and everything with the mansion.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really cool that they had that storyline in the movie, which the original film series never did. They kind of touched on it on the first movie. They had the mansion, but it was just there. But Welcome to Raccoon City, like it doesn't it has it later, but it's there. It's really good. But they made Leon like a little bitch.
He doesn't. My thing was he doesn't look like Leon,
No, he doesn't. And there's other characters like that too that they don't look anything like the characters in the game.
and that's what pisses me off. And then when it comes to the series, that doesn't look like Albert Wesker, and that's nothing against the
Nope.
actor because I love that actor. He's the
Right.
shit. But that's not Albert Wesker. But I can accept the change. I just gotta see the show. I just remember seeing something where there was like multiple of him, and one looked like Blade, and a lot of people were making fun of it.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the show. I haven't seen it yet.
It's a good movie. Like it's a good watch, even though they fucked up Leon, obviously. But
Yeah,
like I was entertained. I don't know if I'd watch it. I'd probably watch it again. Just to see if there was something that I missed.
well, I gotta check it out.
Yeah.
I gotta check it out. I've been trying to watch the CGI movie The Bad Guys for like the longest, but the Peacock app keeps shutting down every time I watch it on
Oh damn.
off the PlayStation because the TV won't acknowledge the Xbox to play that app for some reason. I don't know. It's weird.
Damn.
It's all fucking crazy and weird and strange, just like me.
All these apps fuck with my head. Like there's the new South Park movie on Paramount,
Mm-hmm.
and I just like it's like a whole thing to like have to open an app and find it. And I'm like, why can't it just be on TV like everything else?
No, man, because that's how they make the money. You gotta have that exclusivity.
It's stupid. There's too many
Exclusivity.
apps. I liked it when it was like movies on Netflix, TV shows on Hulu. That was it. It was
But then
simple.
they started seeing the money, and then they wanted the money themselves.
Ugh.
And that's what happened.
Now everybody has movies and TV shows, and they have special TV shows for certain apps.
Hmm.
Like when Supergirl first came out, it was just on the CBS, and I never watched it when it aired, so I always had to watch it on the app. And then they moved to CW, so then I had to have the CW app.
At least that was
Everybody
free.
doesn't need an app.
The CW app at least was free.
That's true.
It's a free app. You just have to keep dealing with the fucking CW ad. It was
But
like
the
Dare to Defy, like constantly. I was like, okay, I know what the fuck I'm watching.
fucking the CBS app I had to pay for, and they still had commercials. I was like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Usually you pay for it so you don't have commercials, but this was like, hi, you're getting commercials anyway. Fuck you.
The Peacock app is like that. And then I got tired of it and I paid a little extra for no ads.
Yeah.
It's bullshit, but it is what it is. Now I'm doing now I went back to Sling TV just for wrestling. Just so I could
okay.
watch wrestling live.
I
That's
did
the only
that
reason.
with the Discovery Plus app so that I could watch BattleBots.
Mm-hmm.
If you pay the little bit extra, you can get it without commercials. So it was so fucking great to watch BattleBots because they always like end on a commercial like cliffhanger. They'll like count down like 3, 2, 1, and we're going to commercial. And so then when they came back from commercial, it would be the actual robot fight. So if you watch it without commercials, it's like, simultaneous.
Like nothing happened.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Which they're going to have a new one. Let me see what it's called.
It's called Gundam Wing. They're gonna actually have Gundams fighting each other.
I hope so.
That's what I'm waiting for.
I can't find it. But no. Anyways, there's going to be a new season of BattleBots this year. And instead of a giant net, they're fighting for a giant bolt. That's all I remember.
Instead of a giant nut.
You perv.
Yeah!
BattleBots Championship. That's what it's called.
You know what? I need Beavis and Butthead laughing for moments like that. Ooh, yeah. That always cracked me up in the movie when they're just sticking it in and then just Beavis is like, oh, yeah.
Did you see the new movie?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That shit's hilarious.
Have we talked about that yet?
I don't think so. That movie, I saw it. I laughed. And I cried. No, I didn't cry.
Did you like it more than the original movie?
I don't know. That's kind of hard. It was almost on the same level. I wasn't expecting it. Like I expected it to be like good, but I didn't expect it to be as good as it was. And I thought it was real clever because the movie to me was like, yo, these guys are kind of like it was kind of like the next generation of Bill and Ted.
Right.
You know, especially the second movie, it goes in that like Bill and Ted kind of stuff. It's like, oh shit, I'm kind of digging this. So I'm kind of excited to see what the series is gonna be like, which I don't know when that premieres. Pretty soon.
Yeah, sometime this year.
Yeah, I think sometime this month. I think the series starts soon, like in August, I believe. They're promoting like crazy, but no, I really liked it. I really liked it. I didn't know that the story was gonna go into this kind of like time traveling aspect, and I thought that was pretty cool. And then it just opens up even more from there. They made me crack up a lot, and yeah. And then kind of thinking about it, like character development, like you start thinking about it. It kind of shows how Beavis would have been all right if he wasn't with Butthead, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Like
and I
Butthead
think they're
pretty much
gonna
fucked him
touch
up.
on that in the new series.
I'm all for it.
But definitely, I like when he was like, "Yeah, he just follows me around."
Yeah. No, it was cool. It still had the same kind of humor and then updated for our times. It was really good. I want to touch upon King Diabetes telling me something about wrestling. Stardom announced a new IWGP Women's title to be crowned in November. Really interesting. Muy
Oh, okay.
interesting.
So August 4th on the Paramount Plus app is the new Beavis and Butthead.
There you go. See, told you it was going to be sometime. That whole weekend is going to be very busy for me. One is a convention, C2E2, right? There's actually two conventions happening here. So there's that one, and there's a anime one that's real small, brand new, but C2E2, that's the one. I'm going to that. I got wrestling that weekend as well. Excuse me. That Bullet Train movie comes out that weekend. I doubt I'll be able to go see it since I'm so packed, but we'll see.
What movie?
Bullet Train. Do you know about this?
The Brad Pitt movie?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen ads for it.
Yeah, that one looks like it's gonna be fun, so I want to see that. And I guess now Beavis and Butthead, and I know there's some other stuff. It's gonna be a very busy weekend, but I'm excited because I actually planning on going to the convention the entire weekend, so I got my day off requested. I'm ready to go.
Nice.
I'm ready to go, bitch. And I'm gonna try to see the Undertaker's gonna be there. I'm gonna try to just look at him, which is gonna be impossible. I know
he
it.
retired.
Yeah, he's retired, but doesn't mean he can't go and get money. Fucking and you look, it's $200 to meet the motherfucker. Take a picture.
Damn.
And then if you want him to autograph, that's extra money added to it. If you want him to autograph your belt, which you have to supply, they won't have the belt for it.
Of course.
You gotta pay $250.
Damn.
So imagine not somebody, a lot of people, I know it. They're gonna pay $200 to take a picture with this motherfucker, and then $250 to get a championship belt signed by him.
Damn.
And he's the only one that's the most expensive there. You can meet Mick Foley and take a picture with him for like $55. Lita, the same thing. CM Punk, probably the same shit. But the Undertaker's the Phenom. He's an icon, and he's gonna charge you like your whole fucking rent if you want to meet him and shit like that.
I saw him on Hot Ones.
Oh, the show he was on there?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. They had his A&E documentary. It was pretty good.
Really?
Yeah, it was a good documentary.
It's weird to hear him talk.
Right? And now we get to know the real Mark Calloway and shit.
Yeah. I love that his tattoos are real. I always thought that was the gimmick. They're like, no, those are him.
Nope, he's all natural. I remember when he had that dumbass Sarah on his neck. For his woman at that time period. He got that shit off.
Oh, good.
But, yeah. That was stupid. But it's The Undertaker, so I hope I could just, like, see him, but I doubt it, because he's going to be so big that he's probably going to be like, you gotta really pay for that kind of shit. That's why my goal is to be a guest at these conventions, so I could just meet these motherfuckers myself,
Well, there you go.
Like, hey, what's up? Undertaker. It's like, you're in my yard. It was like, tombstone me. And then he just tombstones me and just leaves me there.
Yes.
I don't care. That's my goal is just to meet wrestlers and have them do their move on me. And then I'm happy.
I want to meet Chuck Palahniuk, the writer. Because he's the one that wrote Fight Club.
Fight Club, yeah.
And he'll take a picture with you doing like a fighting stance, like he's about to hit you. For Fight Club, and I want to do that. I want him to look like he's gonna punch me.
Come on, don't set your bar so low. Make it higher. Meet him. Be like, I want to fight you in the back alley, and then fucking get a crowd of people around, and then fight Chuck Palahniuk. Palahniuk. But also find another guy called Chuck Palahniuk and fight him too.
I'll fight all of them. I don't give a shit.
Fight all the Chuckies. You versus the Chuckies. That's all it's gonna take.
That's
all
why
it's
we
gonna
need to
take.
keep this show going so that we can get famous and we can do appearances like that.
I'm right now. We just gotta keep the show going so you can fight Chuck.
Yes.
That's all it is. All right, guys, keep keep supporting us because our goal is for Hammer Venus to meet Chuck. I can't remember his last
Palahniuk.
name, Palahniuk, because I'm still gonna say Palahniuk, and beat his ass. Fight him. You
That's
know,
it.
she
Yep.
don't even have to beat his ass. Just fight him. That's all. You know, to feel alive. To feel alive. And then they create a terrorist cult and take down the system.
There you go.
Yep. And then we're gonna find out it was all in her head. She was Chuck Palahniuk or Palahniuk.
Palahniuk.
She was Chuck Palahniuk the whole time.
Yep.
I am what? What was that guy's name? The one that died?
Who died?
In the movie. Remember the one guy died and then they all said his name? I am
Oh, Robert Paulson.
There you go. I am Robert Paulson. I am Robert Paulson. She's just gonna be like, I am Chuck Palahniuk.
His name was Robert Paulson.
There you go. She knows Fight
Was
Club
it?
more than I. Yeah, that's how it was. His name was Robert Paulson. There you go. With the big man titties that you cry on.
Yeah. Big old titty.
Big old man titties.
I tried to get my mom to read the book because the book's really good too.
Uh-huh.
And that is like the first thing that you read is like him crying on Bob's tits. And my mom's like, I'm not reading this shit. I was like, get past it. It's really good.
But Mom, his name is Robert Paulson. God
It's Robert
damn it.
Paulson.
Robert Paulson. And my name is Nostradamus. And her name is Hammer of Venus. And you can find us on Twitter and Facebook. Well, you can find us on Twitter, Nostradamus, and her Hammer of Venus. You can find us on Facebook at The Real Machine Room. Also, YouTube, Real Machine Room, and Twitter, Real Machine Room. But if you need everything Machine Room, then go to the machineroompodcast.com.
Nope.
No?
Is it?
Yeah, it's machineroompodcast.com, right?
I'm looking.
It's Jesus Christ. Every time I ask you, you're like, yeah, it is. And I'm the one confused. Like, is it the real Machine Room Podcast.com?
Yeah, it is. MachineRoomPodcast.com.
Look, man, we've been 3 years in the game. You know, at a point, we're not even going to remember this day. We're not even going to remember how old it is anymore. It's just how it is as you get older. But, you know, like I said,
luckily the anniversary fell on a day that we actually do the show, which is now Thursday night.
Yep.
When we started out Sunday nights, then it got moved to Monday, and now we're here.
All fits around our fucking schedule. My schedule right now is all fucked up, so yay work, right?
Well, I'm starting a new job Monday, so we may have to switch again.
Well, there you go. And you know, just that's why you gotta follow us on Twitter and keep up with us. But we could guarantee you, I won't say every week, but we could guarantee you some material always, and you would always enjoy it. Thank you to Keen Diabetes for the subscription on Twitter. Thank you, Gina, for showing up while you were pooping.
Quick question. Did you see the preview for the new RoboCop game?
Yes. I totally forgot about it, but yes, that don't come out until next year, right?
Next year, yeah.
Son of a bitch. Don't show me something that's so far away. I'm being honest. Like, come on. Like, just give that information when it's like a month away or something, you know?
Exactly. And apparently it's going to be only on the PlayStation 5.
Are you kidding me?
No.
It's going to be on
commercial
PC.
I saw, it said PlayStation at the bottom. That was it.
Fuck that. It's going to be on PC too then. I'm sure. It has to.
My computer's too slow to play something like that. Regardless, like, they're supposed to make a remake of Metal Gear Solid for PS5, so I may have to get one anyway.
Well, yeah. You know, if I highly recommend everybody just to get everything. But if you could get it, then get it, you know. I have a PS5 though. I kind of regret getting the digital. I should have got a physical. If I had the physical, I wouldn't need my PS4 anymore. To be honest.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. So, um,
Oh, and other news, I'm on TikTok now.
she
I
is
haven't
on TikTok.
I haven't posted anything yet. I haven't figured out what to post yet,
It takes a while.
but it'll happen.
It takes a while. But hey, you can be her friend and send her funny videos because that's what I'm gonna do.
All the time.
Everything funny. Now I could tell you. I don't have to be like, yo, this is TikTok video. No, I'm gonna be like, bam, Rachel, boom, watch it.
Yep. And I could watch him now. I could watch him before, but like it wasn't the same, I guess.
It wasn't the same. No, it's slow motion. Get on it before it shuts down, like fucking Vine did or something. Though I doubt TikTok will. TikTok's too fucking huge right now.
People are making money off that shit.
Money, and doesn't it piss you off?
Yes, I'm like, how do I get involved in this?
Like, dude, like I was there doing when YouTube was blowing up. What the fuck happened? Like, what were they doing that I wasn't doing? It's just, and then when I try to do what they doing, it didn't work for me. Like, what the fuck? But it is what it is, man. Life, like Jurassic Park. Life, finds a way.
Finds a way.
Yeah. So,
Jeff Goldblum, that shit.
Jeff Goldblum, you're Goldbluming. I don't know what you're talking about. But thank you for joining us here on the anniversary. It's been 3 years. I have enjoyed this process. It's slow motion though. Most people will be like getting like reaching their peak somewhere in maybe the 20s. We're in 89 and we're still, gradually getting better and better.
I think we found what works best for us, which is just audio.
Just audio.
And by having one main topic and then sprouting off into many random topics, because that's how we talk to each other.
Yes. And just going, oh shit, but our fucking fuck. Our podcast is always about one thing. You saw that John Wick trailer?
Yes. Oh my god.
Fuck.
Everything leads back to John Wick. But yes, John Wick 4 preview looks amazing. I love the cinematography so far. What is the actor guy that was at the beginning? The Asian dude.
Not Donnie Yen, are you? Is it? No, the other old guy, the one that plays Scorpion in the Mortal Kombat movie, no? Yeah.
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
I was excited to see him.
It's gonna be so good, man. I fucking had a nerdgasm when I saw Donnie Yen versus Keanu Reeves, and I was like, yes. Oh my god, I can't fucking wait. Like I thought John Wick 3 seeing Mark DeCasco go against Keanu Reeves. Fuck. Mark DeCasco go against Keanu Reeves was fucking amazing. Oh, but when he said we're gonna have Donnie Yen, I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, man. How else can you top this?
They better bring back what's her name? That was in 3. Halle Berry, yeah. Because she was fucking phenomenal. Like that whole scene with her and Keanu, like she stole that scene from him. She was so damn good.
She stole it. And I keep saying each one tops the next, and I feel like 4 is just gonna be a fucking opus of action, and I can't wait. I can't freaking wait. I love it so much.
Go watch it when it comes out, people, so they'll keep making John Wick movie.
Exactly. I don't think we need to tell anybody because I think that's a staple now. That's just gonna keep going until Keanu Reeves is not with us anymore. I'm pretty sure.
But he is gonna be Batman in the new Super Dogs movie.
And he wants to play old Batman in a live action movie.
That's badass. I fucking co-signed the shit out of that.
And you know what? When I saw this interview for Super Pets and it had Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Kevin Hart, and Keanu Reeves all together, I was like, yo, make this shit happen. Like, I don't care what movie it is, but I need to see Keanu Reeves and The Rock in the same fucking movie.
Yes. They need to bring The Rock into the John Wick universe.
John Wick 5. John Wick 5 with Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yes.
You gotta be careful though, because The Rock likes to take control of shit afterwards. You saw what happened to Fast and Furious.
And he doesn't like to get beat up too much.
He doesn't. I don't think he's gonna let Keanu Reeves beat his ass.
Kill him with a pencil.
But then again, it is Keanu Reeves, and he has so much respect. He'll be like, "Yo, you're Neo. I'll take the fall for you, no problem.
Right.
I'll take the fall for you any day, and so would I.
But
But
John Wick can't die because
John Wick
that would be
cannot
too
die.
sad.
No, he's everything. It probably end that way, but he is everything. But you know who needs to be in John Wick 5? Me and you.
Yes.
Just have us there. We could be like a podcast and be like, "Yo, I'm hearing stories about this John Wick guy," or just be like us, like podcasters, just for the fucking for the Continental hotels. You know, it's like,
There you
"Yo,
go.
word out there is John Wick still on the run. Fucking money is up to $50 million now. Who's gonna get it?"
They should have us as like DJs.
I want us to be like that one chick in the Warriors movie, you know? Hey boppers, John Wick is running down fucking Saudi Arabia right now. Got two
Yes.
dogs with him. Maybe you can find them. Good luck out there, hitman or cleaners or whatever the fuck you want to call yourself.
What did they call him in that movie?
I don't know. I just know that she called them boppers in the Warriors. And that no one messes with the orphans.
And then they bring in the dude from the Buddy Holly Ninja movie, whatever the fuck that one is.
Oh my god. Fuck, come on, I have this movie.
Come on.
Six String Samurai?
Yes.
Mm.
Oh my god, like him and
So
and John Wick fighting would be phenomenal.
That movie is such a fucking cult classic. It was a one and done, and I still think that guy looks like he looks like this one actor.
Jeffrey Falcon?
No. The guy that he used to do movies like crazy back then. He was in that one movie called Lockdown.
Don't remember. It sounds familiar.
Lockdown or Lockout. Okay, he was in the Time Machine remake. The 2002 Time Machine movie. Guy Pearce.
Guy Pearce, yeah, he does look like him.
He looked like Guy Pearce. I thought that was him. When I first saw that movie.
No, he was still in Australia back then.
Six Street Samurai was Jeffrey Falloon, and I don't even know where the fuck that guy is at now. Here in martial art films. Blah, blah.
Guy Pearce was in Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, and if you haven't seen that, that movie's fucking hilarious.
Oh, there you go, guys. You guys
Came out before Tu Wong Fu.
Thanks for everything.
But yes, but Guy Pearce as a drag queen is fucking hilarious.
God damn. Such a good movie. All right, guys, we're taking too much of your time already. We'll keep on going on, and that's our fault. But yeah, definitely keep checking us out. If you haven't heard the last podcast, fantastic. Hammer Venus gave us a great story, and you definitely got to listen to it.
Thank you.
Yes, it was great listening to it again. I had a blast.
I tried to, but it just made me have flashbacks of the shitty date, and I stopped listening to it.
Yeah, okay. Well, you don't need to, but we could. For our entertainment, your shitty day was entertaining for us.
Listen to it as much as you want, but I couldn't do it.
Yes. Do it for her. Listen to it for her.
Yes.
That's it. So
laugh at my pain.
Yes, that's what it's all about. No, just kidding. All right, everybody. Thank you for being here. This has been the Machine Room Podcast. I'm Nostradamus. She's Hammer Venus. And as always, you ain't gotta leave, but you can't.
You don't have
stay
to go
here.
home, but
There
you
you
can't
go.
stay here.
Yeah, something like that. Get the stepping is what I need, Martin audio. Get the stepping. Get the fuck out of here. Goodbye, everybody. God damn it, play the outro. Now I'm gonna go take a mean ass shit.
Nice.